This will be fun.
Yeah. Okay, we will now open the 1:50 PM public hearing. Kim, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Lambert is absent. Commissioner Attell?
Present.
Commissioner Sukla?
Here.
Administrator Bruner?
Here.
Attorney Baxter?
Here.
And Kim Purcell, Montezuma County Clerk and Recorder. The Montezuma County Board of County Commissioners will hold a public hearing for review and determination of a commercial rezoning request and high-impact permit application on property owned by Dennis and Valerie Giesler, agent Patrick Labruzzo. Did I say it right? 11012 Highway 491, Cortez, Colorado, located east of Highway 491, north of Road L, situated in Section 15, Township 36 North, Range 16 West, NMPM. The hearing will be held Monday, October 8, 2018, at 1:50 p.m. Commissioners' Hearing Room, 109 West Main, Cortez, Colorado. Interested persons may attend and give input. Information may be obtained from the Planning Department, Room 305, County Administrative Building, Cortez, Colorado, or accessed online at http://montezumacounty.org, Web Departments Planning. You may also contact the Planning Department at 970-565-2801 with questions. This file can be inspected in the Planning Department during regular office hours. Dated this 14th day of September 2018, Kim Purcell Clerk, Board of County Commissioners, Montezuma County, Colorado. Published in the Cortez Journal on Tuesday, September 18, 2018.
Thank you, Kim. Okay. Leanne and Mr. Labruzzo, tell us about your project.
Well, I'll give you an overview of the application. I have to give Mr. Labruzzo, first of all, props because he has not given up on this project since we started. This is our third application.
Oh, my.
So in order for him to find something that was conducive to what he wanted to do, I mean, we've gone through quite a bit. So I'm glad to see maybe this coming to fruition for him. This property has all the infrastructure there, all the CDOT access, things like that, so there's not any concerns there. It was reviewed by the Planning and Zoning Commission on September 13th. This was one very interesting meeting that we had, because it wasn't that there was opposition to it, but there was a lot of inquiry, just curiosity about the process and how things work. So the Planning and Zoning Commission, I think, did a very good job in vetting the application and asked quite a bit of very interesting questions. We learned a lot. So in going through that, he wants to do an extraction facility for hemp seed and then possibly have a storefront, not necessarily right away, but
or hemp flower biomass for CBD oil extraction.
That's what your goal is for CBD oil extraction,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and then
So,
and then what else?
And then end product manufacturing. So we'll have our own brand where we produce products, and then we're also hopefully catered to local farmers that are looking to have their hemp processed.
Mm-hmm.
we don't have a processing facility anywhere. Well, not feasibly anywhere near here. I mean, most of the people that I know that are transporting it are going to the Front Range.
Hotchkiss is a close one. There's a facility in Grand Junction.
Grand Junction,
Montrose, I think, has a smaller one as well.
What other projects would you make besides the oil?
Topicals, edibles, tinctures, some pet treats, things like that.
So when the Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed it, they had, of course, they were curious about the process, the extraction process, and Mr. Labruzzo did a great job at explaining how that works and brought us a lot of material for us to review, so that was very nice. They were concerned about waste.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen with the waste?
Yeah, so we actually just recently talking to a property owner in Mancus, so we're going to try to do compost, actually, all the biomass that is actually, after we're done processing it, take it there and turn it into compost so we can reuse it for soil amendment.
And just to be clear, the other thing was that you won't be growing on that particular property.
No, it'll just be for the extraction and product manufacturing.
Mhm. What do you make edibles out of hemp? What kind of edibles are dog treats and that stuff? Or
Well, it's for the CBD oil.
Oh, it's-
So
oh,
mostly
okay.
for CBD, which is cannabinoid, which
Mhm.
has a myriad of different medicinal benefits, if you will, that are, recent
okay.
research is really starting to reveal that it is, nutrition.
I knew they did it in topical oil and stuff, but I'd not heard of eating it, so I guess that's.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, no intoxicating or psychoactive effect.
Right, no THC, or
no
you're
THC,
not messing, yeah.
Well, not over a certain amount, right? Not
Yeah,
over
it's
0.0.
very
0.0.
trace amounts that are allowed by the Department of Agriculture.
Okay.
Another one of their concerns was noise with the machines that would be
Mhm.
operating to
Yeah.
this process.
We reached out to the equipment manufacturer to get like an actual decibel reading of what it puts out. It's very minimal, no danger to the operator. You won't be able to hear it from outside the building.
Mhm.
And then, as far as traffic, you said there would be just one truck every
Yeah.
couple of days other than the storefront?
Our output is going to start pretty small, so we're talking, maybe up to 50 pounds a day we'll be able to process. So that's maybe a truck a week, essentially, depending on, the contract or how it's going to play. But at first, there should be, very minimal, other than us working there, every day. There shouldn't be much traffic.
Is the hemp, is there enough hemp production locally to run you, or is this stuff gonna be coming in from
That's the
other?
hope, and that's why we were starting small, to
Mhm.
kind of see the need and then maybe inspire some hemp farmers to come online locally.
Yeah.
Because now we'll have, a local space to, extract and cater to the farmers. So we're starting off small to just,
Mhm.
mitigate that risk for us.
Gotcha.
When you said 50 pounds, are you talking about 50 pounds of seed or 50 pounds of oil?
50 pounds of plant matter, biomass. Mhm. That's the high end. So depending on what it actually does when we get the equipment, that's what they told us it'll do, which isn't always accurate from what we're understanding. So we won't actually know our output until we're up and running, hopefully.
Looking at the layout, though, it shows like 3 or 4, like, I don't see that again. Oh, so will there be 3 machines or 4 machines?
It'll just be one. So looking.
It said extraction room 1, 2, I don't know.
Yeah, that first room is actually going to be storage. So we'll be running carbon filters and everything to clean the air, so there's no odor that comes outside those rooms. We'll have the carbon filters in the extraction room as well, which is extraction room 2. So there'll only be one smaller piece of extraction equipment with some secondary pre and post processing. But the one main, I think, did you guys get a handout on the actual rotary evaporator, a picture of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I forget what the footprint for that is. It's minimal. But it will just be in the one room for now until we grow. But the room listed as room 1, that'll be for storage, and we'll have odor control carbon filters running 24/7 to mitigate the odor, because that was another concern as well. It is a resinous plant. It does give off odor, but running the right type of filters and things should be able to mitigate that. And if it does, cause an issue, we can always add some more, step up the filters. But the ones we're ordering are actually meant to do spaces much larger than this, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Well, and this operation is also located within the county's commercial industrial overlay, which encourages this kind of development, and to keep those things, close to the highway corridors where infrastructure availability is. So, this ended up working out a lot better for Mr. Labruzzo than the previous 2 locations that were, I think it's a good fit,
Yeah.
well,
Hopefully.
comparatively to the other 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna own the property, or are you leasing the property?
Leasing it from Mr. Giesler.
Lease with an option, or just straight lease?
Just straight lease.
Straight lease? See how it works out, huh?
Leanne, is this similar to what was being proposed in Duff Creek a couple of years ago? Do you know?
I don't know.
I
Out
think
of-
so. I think I know
Yeah.
the project that you're speaking of. Yes, I think similar. They might have been doing it on a larger scale, from what I heard. I don't really know the details, but,
And we actually have another application similar to Mr. Labruzzo's in process right now. I have put them in contact with you. I don't know if they've contacted you yet. Yeah, so we do have another one coming down the pike as well. So it doesn't look like it's going well. I think it's great to have diverse stuff here.
So another processing facility?
Yes.
Oh. Man, we're gonna have to start growing something here, aren't we?
Well, then there is the odors.
yep, just talked about the odors, and then emissions, so it's a solvent, alcohol, ethanol. The Colorado Department of Health and Environment has some threshold standards and some different things to measure those emissions, and then an application to see what you need for permitting. Again, we're on such a small scale, we shouldn't be registering on that threshold really at all. So once we, gain approval here, then we can go and submit that application. And
So the CDPHE, do they inspect you? Do you have an
yep,
inspection
there's,
cycle
a
over the?
permitting and inspection from them to be able to do what we're doing on the processing side.
That comes through your state licensing and permitting? And
Yeah, yep. And then an application with the Department of Agriculture as well.
And that includes, I believe, at least one inspection a year?
Well, there's two. There's a carrying permit and a cultivation. So yes, they can stop by and check things out. But it does.
But you're not cultivating.
But I'm not cultivating. So the
So it'd
carrying
just be one
permit,
for you.
yeah, they can stop by and check to make sure that the biomass is under that correct percentage of THC, which it should be because we're not going to take it from the farmers if it doesn't already have those.
Do you have
programs there.
testing equipment there? You can test the THC there in your
No,
facility?
there's a number of labs throughout Colorado, 2 in Durango, that I'm sure most local farmers will use. But we won't be doing the testing right away, maybe hopefully down the line, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's different varieties of hemp. That's why I would wonder why you wouldn't want to cultivate, like have a planter so that you pick the seeds that you think are the best, so that you can get your farmers, you can suggest to your farmers which seeds it is that you would want for them to plant next year.
Yep, so there are, there's,
Are
industrial hemp, which is grown more for its fiber, and then there's the high oil varieties, which are grown for CBD oil. So depending on what the farmers, we won't be processing anything that's really for industrial hemp on the fiber side. That'll go to some other facilities for that. But yeah, it kind of depends on what the farmer's looking to do. So we'll be catering to those growing for oil. And there's a number of, there's a registry of acceptable or varieties through the Department of Agriculture and different ways to gain access to those.
And we're also able to gain access to his inspection records and, make sure that he's in compliance with the state. We're able to do that. So the Planning and Zoning Commission at the end of the meeting, they voted unanimously to approve it with the conditions of the motion being access is addressed with CDOT. The lighting, that there was going to not be any lighting issues, I think that came to be kind of a thing because of the Mancus facility, which he's not going to be cultivating. Traffic, the amount of traffic that was coming in and out, but from the previous permit we see from when Grappus Motors was there, we're going back and forth with whether we think that this is going to create any more significant impacts than the previous businesses that have been there, and there's been quite a few. And then the noise and odor, which he addressed with you.
So the access, there was a condition about access, or they wanted
That was
CDOT to?
That was just what the Planning and Zoning Commission requested. Looking at the existing CDOT access permit, I don't foresee anything being an issue at this point. Now, hopefully, if this works out for him and you guys, that, if it ends up getting bigger to the point that he's exceeding his allowable uses, then he'll have to amend that permit just like anyone else would. which means, restriping or making highway improvements or.
Fee increases by what, 10%, or what is the percentage in the land use code, 10%, so?
Well, no, that's with CDOT.
Oh, with CDOT,
Yeah.
okay.
Because we don't regulate that.
No,
we
the act, right.
regulate the 10% expansion on
Business.
buildings.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say a week that you thought you would get trucks in?
A couple at most, really.
A couple. I think I told CDOT that we would probably get in, that we could get in up to 6 trucks a day. And so I threw the numbers really high, just so that we wouldn't have any.
And CDOT was still good with that?
Yeah, that's not an over amount.
Okay.
I remember when with Graffis Motors, there was a lot more traffic than that.
There's a lot of traffic down.
Okay.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, go right ahead.
We actually have 2 accesses we can use. The one
L
right
Road
down
and-
the highway, and then the one off of
L.
County Road L.
Mhm.
Preferably, you want to use the state highway. It will work easiest.
Plus you got a lot of parking there,
Mhm.
a lot of parking.
Well, even the County Road L one, you can come around to the front.
Mm-hmm. Right, you can just
So,
swoop off there and come around to the, good location for a lot of things.
mhm.
Okay. All right, you have any more questions?
No, no question.
Okay, we will now open this up to the public. If there's anybody here in the audience today that wishes to speak pro or con to this public hearing issue, please come to the microphone and give us your name and address and speak to us. 5, 4, 3,
Can I make
2.
one more comment? Do you want me to get up there? Can I
Get
make
over
it?
there. Yeah,
Okay.
told you. No, you can stay there.
All right. Following your rules. The only thing I guess I've got to really say that, because I was a little apprehensive at first, not knowing much about it, I have been hearing nothing but very positive things about this coming in. So whether it's at my location or another location, I think it's
Mhm.
good to have. And it is a positive factor.
Mhm.
Just throwing that in.
The landlord thinks it's a good idea.
I figured you'd
I wonder
pick up
why.
on
I wonder why. 5, 4, 3. Oh, you didn't let me get the countdown.
You're not going to tell us
man.
about the guy in McCampbell that doesn't want it, do you?
Jim Candelaria, 13-10 Road, 27.6. This is just another one of the things that I've been talking about with the county, specifically for CBD oils. Getting this moving forward in our county and helping promote our farmers and our agricultural community. If we don't have the processing around it, it's just another one of that value-added services that we need so that we're not sending all of our jobs out of town, out of county, to the front range. So I would like to speak in favor of it because CBD oils, if you've done your research, are nothing but very, very good.
Mhm.
So, that's it.
Thank you. Anybody else? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll close this portion of the public hearing and bring it back to the commissioners for a decision.
Move to approve the high-impact permit application on property owned by Dennis and Valerie Giesler, agent Patrick Labruzzo, 11012 Highway 491, Cortez, Colorado.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the high-impact commercial rezoning request and high-impact permit application on property owned by Dennis and Valerie Giesler, agent Patrick Labruzzo at 11012 Highway 491, Cortez, Colorado. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, best of luck.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
We were told there would be some seeds that we would be showing.
So
Don't believe everything you hear here.
I actually I ran out of my sample labels for the little tins and things that we had, so I didn't want to bring it
You know-
unlabeled, but I guess I should have in
That's-
hindsight, but.
Just one of the questions that I've always heard, and I don't know if this is myth or fact, but that the seed product, the seeds are the difficult thing to get for these hemp growers and stuff. That seeds are still illegal federally and is a very difficult thing to get seeds to do your growing
Yeah,
operations. Is that
you know,
still the case?
Depending,
Depending.
you know, for these high oil varieties where you want like 10-15% CBD, it can be difficult, but it's a lot better than it was a couple years ago. There's a lot more avenues for to get clones or to get seed.
Yeah.
to-
Do you use just out of curiosity, do you use anything from the Varcados over in Mancus, over at the
the
greenhouse
green
over
links?
there? Yeah.
Those guys, I don't. We're not cultivating at
Right,
this
but-
moment, but
but you're-
I know a lot of people that have been using their cultivars. So
Mm-hmm, okay. Well, hopefully it'll catch on. Another viable crop, hopefully, for our area.
yeah, hopefully we can get some more farmers online. Thank you.
Yep. Thank
Are
you.
you gonna mix it with your energy drink, Dennis, when you ride your bike?
You already
He
doing
said
it. You
edible.
already-
Are you giving me a hard time?
Well, if there's something to it, let me know.
Okay.
And close.
We'll close this hearing.